Thank you, Speaker. On behalf of the Greens, I just wanted to raise and put on the record our concerns about what we're actually doing here, just so all members are completely aware. This is part of the same attempt that happened late into the night last night to ram through what are the Roads and Crimes Amendment Bill, which will seek to impose $22,000 fines and 2 years imprisonment on people that are engaging in direct action, non-violent direct action and protest. What is happening right now, so members are aware in the other place, is that the Legislative Council will start considering that bill, and what the government is attempting to do as part of this effort to ram it through so that the community, including community legal centres, a whole range of other organisations and groups, 40-odd groups have signed on to a joint letter expressing their serious concerns about this piece of legislation, which we saw come to members late yesterday, be debated last night, shoved to the Legislative Council today, and trying to bring us back this evening at some point late in the night, and it will literally be at some point in the dead of the night where tonight we will pass these laws in New South Wales. There is no urgency to this bill. And so I just want to let members know, as they're cancelling their plans to go home to their families, as they're cancelling their plans to go to local community events tonight, that the reason that we are here doing this is because the government and the opposition have come to an agreement to suspend standing orders today to allow this bill to be rammed through, and that the Labor opposition is joining and complicit in the government in being able to rush these laws through. The other point that I think is very, very important to make here is the fact that we are dealing with a piece of legislation that nobody has had time to properly consult with the community. We are dealing with a piece of legislation that was in draft form circulated to the crossbench just before question time yesterday. The copy that was provided to us still had draft cabinet in confidence on it. The version of the bill that was then tabled was different again and included a whole suite of exemptions around industrial action that no one had seen before the Attorney General came and spoke. And now, less than 24 hours later, we're here suspending standing orders so we can make this law by the end of tonight. Now, I don't think anyone would agree that that is good process. I don't think anyone would agree that this is necessary. And to make it perfectly clear, nothing in this piece of legislation will stop anyone from being able to act in any way to prevent peaceful protest in the state. What it will do is just increase the penalties so that people engaging in what this government would define as illegal protest would be fined $22,000 or be imprisoned for 2 years. That is what we will be waiting around this evening to pass. I was here till very late last night. I am absolutely determined to see that we do all we can to disrupt this bill, so it doesn't bother me being here. I was going to sit in the Legislative Council and watch it anyway. But I want to just remind all the members that are watching that the reason we're doing this is to pass a bill that the trade union movement have expressed concerns about, to pass a bill that the climate movements have expressed concerns about, that the student climate strikers that members supported last Friday expressed concerns about, that the Dying with Dignity folks outside expressed concerns about, that the peak body of the community legal centres expressed concerns about, that the Human Rights Law Centre expressed concerns about, and we are going to rush it through without the ability for anyone to consult. And I just want to make sure that we put very, very clearly on the record here that the numbers are very tight in this chamber. If we were to test a genuine vote here on something that the opposition played their role as the opposition for in this chamber right now, I don't think anyone would be completely clear how those numbers would fall. I don't know if anyone knows where the member for Drummoyne is, but I'd be feeling fairly nervous. And so right now, if the Labor opposition was an opposition and actually stood with the right for people to protest and not be exorbitantly fined or imprisoned as a result of exerting their rights to peaceful protest, we would be able to block the government from suspending standing orders right now. But instead, we see a unity ticket between Labor, the Liberals and the Nationals all moving to get rid of protest in this state. And we see a unity ticket right now that is going to see them all vote together to suspend standing orders to see this delivered.
Member for Southern Hills on a